You may be surprised by my XRP forecast. As opposed to prolonging the suspense, let me get straight down to the meat of my justification. I have some exciting news to offer before we get into the meat of today's conversation. We're holding a large XRP giveaway, and getting in on the action is a breeze. Here are the 3 easy actions you need to follow to get in on the action. Start by clicking the like button to show your approval of this video. Follow that up by confirming your subscription to our channel and turning on alerts. Finally, please let your network know about this video. After you've finished these steps, you'll be eligible to win. Stay on the ball. I'm glad you found your way back. Coin Lady channel, the go-to source for information on XRP and more. Because of its potential for actual use, XRP stands out among the wide panorama of blockchain and cryptocurrencies. It's completely unprecedented in our experience. You're watching a clip from a video where I go into detail about my analysis of several forecasts for the price of XRP. The wide variety of prediction models included my own, which I've termed the Jackson-Backus model. When calculating a sustainable XRP price, this model accounts for burn rate. However, I feel it's important to stress that none of these predictions accurately reflect my own position. Many people may wonder, or incorrectly assume they know the answer to, what is your actual price estimate for XRP? Despite the fact that my name may be tied to a model, all that model really represents is an in-depth analysis of a concept. Some may think I'd estimate it to be in the thousands. But let's go into that, shall we? Either being a content creator has significant difficulties, or words are frequently misunderstood or taken out of context. This movie seeks to correct misconceptions by presenting the facts via the 2 main lenses, speculation and utility, through which the crypto environment is currently being seen. To put this in historical context, let's say that ever since cryptography was invented, conjecture has ruled the day. However, utilitarian considerations have had little impact on market trends thus far. When talking about practical applications, the idea of institutional players buying large amounts of tokens like XRP inevitably comes up. If these organizations drastically reduced the amount of currency in circulation, demand would inevitably soar. As a result, the price of scarce or in-demand assets would likely increase dramatically. Here's the catch, though. When you hear crazy numbers like $50,000, or even just $10,000, you know this hasn't happened yet. In the case of XRP, please keep in mind that these are not based in conjecture, but rather go well beyond it. This explains why estimates for XRP's worth go from as low as $28 to as high as $500,000. It's important to remember that we're in uncharted territory. No one has ever seen the dynamics of how tokens like XRP will appreciate based on the interplay of demand and supply in a utility-driven scenario, and so these estimates can be misleading. We may speculate on the percentage of financial institutions that will passively store XRP against those actively employing it, and we can make some educated guesses about the overall picture in this coming utility-centric world. We hope for a future where XRP's utility grows to the point where financial institutions begin hoarding it, not just out of necessity, but also as a potential investment opportunity. Institutions may decide to hoard Xrp's if they notice a rise in its usage and infer that it has appreciation potential. The part played by on-demand liquidity, ODSL, and its effect on the value of XRP is another point of contention, as is the extent to which this behavior affects XRP's price. Many people don't see it as the key catalyst for a substantial price increase, but it will undoubtedly affect the price in some way. But what are we comparing it to when we claim it is not the primary factor? Does not a potentially $10 increase due to OTL make a difference that is not significant? Alternatively, does this represent a $100 increase? Predicting utility outcomes where the definition of minor is fluid is a Herculean task because there are so many variables at play. In light of this doubt, the uncertainty of the numbers makes it difficult, if not impossible, to make informed decisions about an exit strategy. Therefore, I base my exit strategy less on utility estimates and more on speculation. Further research into speculation suggests that the cryptocurrency market follows around 4-year cycles. A more intriguing association is at play, rather than the widely held idea that these cycles are directly related to Bitcoin's experiencing events. When the stock market hits a new high, the cryptocurrency market often experiences a bull run. Blockchain supporter noticed this, and if you want to learn more about this topic, I suggest you watch his videos. The halving events have been cited as major market drivers. It's important to keep in mind that speculation is, at its core, an emotionally charged activity, driven by fundamental drives like fear and greed, even if the data reveals they don't necessarily cause bull runs. Given that human reactions are based in biology, these emotions profoundly influenced price trajectories over time. The extent to which prices can rise or fall is bounded by the emotions and choices of individuals. After all, there is always a decision being made by an individual behind every trade. While discussing market manipulation, it is important to keep in mind that even manipulative acts have their roots in human behavior, albeit on a grander scale. In order to make sense of these shifts in value that are rooted in biology, indicators should be used that are consistent with that. We once had some lengthy conversations concerning the Fibonacci retracement tool. This resource has been critical in helping me foresee future price movements. If we take Bitcoin as an example, it astonishingly predicted the peak of the recent bull run to the nearest dollar amount, and as is well known, when Bitcoin moves, the rest of the crypto market usually does too. As a result, I base my projections of where prices might go during the forthcoming bull run on speculation, using tools like the Fibonacci scale as a reference point. It is unclear if speculation or practicality will fuel the next upswing. However, current trends indicate that utility has had almost no effect thus far, but speculation has had a 100% influence. Given this history, it seems sense to make predictions based on typical occurrences rather than outliers. This is the essence of my strategy, which is to rely on historical data and make educated guesses rather than placing my expectations on future outcomes, which are notoriously difficult to foresee. Eyes in which humans naturally behave. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you may recall when I'm looking to add to my Bitcoin reserves, I go on a hunt. I'm not concerned with how they might be used. I have to go a different way because of how unpredictable utility value is. Predictions place Xrp'S value between $8 and $12, but I'm preparing for the biological ebb and flow that has consistently played out over, say, a 4-year period by superimposing the Fibonacci scale on the previous bull run and tracing it to the nadir of the recent bearish trend. In the next upswing, if past performance in a speculative market is any indication, the market as a whole may be reflecting Xrp'S regular behavior. Example: if I wanted to amass $100,000 in Xrp, I wouldn't buy 10 Xrp and hope for a meteoric rise to $10,000 each. Similarly, if I wanted to amass $1 million in Xrp, I wouldn't just buy a handful of tokens and hope for an astronomical surge in price. Instead, I plan to deliberately purchase enough Xrp such that, should its price rise to a more realistic $8, my holdings will be equivalent to my $1 million goal. This method is based on the Fibonacci scale, a biologically informed indicator that suggests a price range of $8 to $13 for Xrp during a typical bull cycle. To be clear, I did not mean to imply that the possible impact of utility on cryptocurrency value was irrelevant when I focused on historical trends. Not to say that practicality won't be a major factor in the future, but if you're worried about the economy as a whole, diversifying your holdings with precious metals like gold and silver could be a wise move. On the other hand, retaining more of your assets for potentially better long-term growth in a utility-dominated market may be the best course of action if you are betting on a utility-driven paradigm shift in the future bull run. In order to develop a winning strategy, investors need to evaluate how much they trust speculative versus utility-driven market shifts. The results of this introspection can be used to decide how much of one's assets should be sold off quickly in light of speculative expectations, and how much should be held for future utility-driven growth. And while making hypothetical forecasts, I think it's important to ground forecasts in biologically based indicators like the Fibonacci retracement tool, which provides a combination of historical data and knowledge into human behavior to influence market forecasts. Don't forget that I'm not a certified financial planner. These videos are meant to be enjoyed for their entertainment value alone. Before making any major financial decisions, I always tell viewers to do their own research and talk to experts. We appreciate your listening. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. See you soon, bye.